am 30 weeks pregnant. The test did come back positive. My body just feels really intense. I can taste it. It's extremely faint. Maybe I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay.
I've lost a total of 10 pounds. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started, I would like to give a huge thank you to MomCozy for sponsoring today's video. As you guys know, I am in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Thank heaven, we are almost there. And I was delighted when MomCozy reached out to send me this beautiful pregnancy pillow. I've actually never had a pregnancy pillow before, and one of the things that has kept me from purchasing previously was the decision on whether to go with the traditional U or C-shaped pillow. MomCozy has solved this problem with their innovative design that combines the U and C-shaped pillow for a very sleek, comfortable, and highly versatile experience. This pillow helps to improve circulation throughout the night by taking pressure off common problem areas in pregnancy. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. It takes all the pressure off your pelvis, hips, growing belly, and provides full back support. I have noticed a huge difference in common leg problems since using this pillow as well. It seems to have really relieved a lot of my problems with restless and sore legs. Now, honestly, I have a degenerative issue in my neck that causes migraines, so I have to sleep on a very specific type of pillow in order to prevent them. So I thought when I was sent this pillow that I would probably mostly just use this pillow for my body while continuing to use my special pillow, which is very expensive, by the way, for my head. But I was wrong. This pillow provides complete support for my head and neck. I have had 0 soreness and 0 migraines, which I was really worried about. It can also be adjusted to provide support and comfort in virtually any resting position. I use it while reading, feeding my baby a bottle. The possibilities really are endless, and I could honestly see me using this pillow well beyond pregnancy. You guys know I have been battling COVID for the last few weeks, which put me in bed a lot. I received this pillow week 2 of battling COVID, and it has made such a huge difference in my level of comfort. I wish I had had it from the very beginning. Speaking of COVID, one of my favorite features of this item is the removable pillowcase. I have been sanitizing everything in my house, and it gives me such peace of mind to just remove the case and toss it into the washer. MomCozy also offers hands-free breast pumps, nursing tops, and many other items that make life easier for busy moms on their website, momcozy.com. And this pillow can be purchased for under $40 on Amazon Prime. This is a very competitive price compared to other pregnancy pillows currently on the market. Lastly, I wanted to mention how cool this pillow is. Another drawback of similar pillows is how hot they get. I don't know how they did it, but this pillow stays cool to the touch all night long. They really outdid themselves with this pillow. I'm so grateful to have it, and I want to thank MomCozy again for sponsoring today's video. All links to the website and products mentioned can be found in the description area below. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Jessica, and I don't have to tell you what's going on. You know by the description and the title, of course, what is going on. It's not the most ideal of circumstances, but I'll just get into a little bit about how everything happened and what's going on, all that good stuff. So for any of you who are wondering, I am 30 weeks pregnant. I was tested for coronavirus earlier this morning for COVID-19, and the test did come back positive. I had a rapid test, so the doctor that I tested with was not 100% certain whether or not I had the Delta strain, but he was pretty confident that I did. One, because that's what is currently running rampant in Florida. And 2,
because based on when I had exposure, which I'll tell you more about in a second, my incubation period was pretty short, which is something that is also prominent with this new strain. He has a boo-boo again, oh no. So today is Saturday, and earlier this week on Tuesday, I went to my midwife appointment. And it's my understanding that my midwife is actually vaccinated. She has discussed underlying health conditions that she has before with me, so it's possible that some underlying health conditions put her at a greater risk for contracting the Delta variant, even though she's been vaccinated. But I don't know the entire situation. All I know is that I went to my midwife appointment. We took the proper precautions, the distancing, the masks. I got a text on late Wednesday evening, which is the next day, that my midwife had started showing symptoms late Tuesday night after my appointment on that Tuesday morning, and that she then had a test done on Wednesday, and the test was positive. So I waited a couple of days, felt fine at the time that they contacted me, and then on Friday evening, which would have been 3 days after my direct exposure, I started getting a scratchy throat and a small cough. It was nothing that I really even thought too much about. But either way, on Saturday, which is today, I was supposed to be leaving on a family vacation with my family. Since I had started showing symptoms and I had gotten the text knowing that I had had direct exposure to someone who tested positive, I went and got a rapid test done this morning, and the doctor confirmed that I did have COVID-19. Now again, because I had the rapid test done, that test does not differentiate between the different strands. So I'm not for sure that it's the Delta variant. I'm going off of what my doctor said, and he was pretty confident based on the short incubation period and its prevalence in Florida right now that the Delta strand is what I do have. So I made 2 phone calls immediately after receiving the news. The first phone call that I made was to Chad, who had gone into work. He actually left work immediately to get a COVID test, and his company pays for any COVID testing that they have to have. So he was going to a certain place, and that place was not open again until Monday. So he won't have his COVID test until Monday, but the chances are very, very high that he has it, along with my 2 girls. The second phone call I made was to my family, of course, to let them know that I wouldn't be able to go on vacation with them. So a few things that I have noticed is that my smell and taste are still completely intact, even though I've had the positive test result, which additionally is why I thought I probably didn't have it to begin with. I also have been feeling fatigued, but not as much as I thought I would. We have an oximeter. I just checked my oxygen. It was at 96%. I feel absolutely zero shortness of breath. I am having body aches, and I've noticed for a couple of days now that I've had some abdominal cramping. I am incredibly forgetful. I'm normally a little bit forgetful because I have about 100,000 distractions a day, as you can see, but this is on another level. I forgot 3 separate times to start the dishwasher. I fixed a bottle for Adelaide and remembered it like 30 minutes later, and it's just, I'm so much more forgetful. I'm definitely in the whole brain fog situation. The doctor checked my lungs, and he was very happy with the way that they sounded. I've been hydrating like crazy. I, of course, am on a bunch of prenatal supplements and vitamins. I'm probably like the healthiest I've ever been, just based on how many supplements and vitamins I'm on for this pregnancy. So I know that's definitely worked in my favor. I want to say I have not gotten the vaccine. I know that a lot of women have gotten the vaccine, but there's just not enough data for me. None of the original trials for the vaccines were done on pregnant women. I understand that would yield really complicating results, and when you're already dealing with something you know nothing about, it's really difficult to tease out that many variables. But yeah, that was my reason for not vaccinating while pregnant. We are vaxxers. We vaccinate our kids. We do it smartly. You know, we don't give them 5 vaccinations in one day like some doctors' offices do. We space them out. We just try to make smart decisions. And I feel like the smartest decision for me when it comes to this is having more data than looking at the data that is already there. So I know some of you will probably disagree with that, and I completely understand. This is such a confusing time. It sucks to be pregnant during coronavirus, and then to make informed decisions when there's not a lot of information. It really sucks. In saying that, I'm really confident in my body, and I'm really confident in my body's ability to handle this well. When I was at my appointment, the doctor did recommend for me to try and stay away from my kids, which he admittedly said, you know, it's impossible. So, and it is. My kids are very, very attached to me. Just keep us in your thoughts, you guys, and I'll keep you updated about what goes on. Hey guys, it's just before 6. I went to bed just before midnight, and I've been sleeping fairly well. I don't feel very rested at all. I've been having a lot of body aches. It's really hard to lay in bed. I don't actually know if body aches are the right word. I feel achy, but it's more of like a just general discomfort. Almost like restless leg, but my whole body. And not quite as bad as restless leg, just my body just feels really intense. So somewhere between restless leg and my whole body and body aches. I decided to just get up and see if I could be more comfortable on the couch. I thought about taking some Tylenol, but I think I'm gonna try some of my vitamin D and magnesium first, and K2. That tends to help a lot with just general discomfort that I've had during the pregnancy, and vitamin D is an anti-inflammatory. So, yeah. I'm gonna try the things that are natural as possible first. Things that will help my body instead of hurt it, but I'm not against taking Tylenol if I have to. If it gets to the point where I would consider this body aches and I would consider it like actually painful, then I will take Tylenol. But I don't think we're there yet, and I'd rather save it for when I really need it. Hopefully I won't, but yeah, that's what I'd rather do. Religiously before going to bed. Insomnia has been something that I've struggled with my entire life, and it's worse during pregnancy. and this stuff knocks me the bleep out. And even if I only get, say an hour of sleep, I don't wake up groggy at all. I wake up rested. Regardless of any body aches I'm having, headaches, all the uncomfortable parts that come with pregnancy, this stuff has been incredible. I wish I had known about it my first 2 pregnancies and used it, because it would have saved me a lot of grief from not being able to sleep. I love this stuff. My precious. Good morning. So it's about 8 and me and Miss Adelaide are awake. Chad and Tinny are still sleeping. Say hi, Addie. I felt incredible all day yesterday after I had that bout that morning where I was just having body pains, and then I went back to bed. Yeah, so I ended up going back to sleep for a few hours, and then I woke up around 10, and I felt incredible. I was doing some gardening with the girls outside. Chad and I were cleaning the house. There were times when I would get really, really winded and be like, okay, I have to sit down. And I would start feeling lightheaded. Really what I noticed the most is that my face just sort of felt like it does with any cold. Like when you really need to take a break, you start feeling it in like the Mask of Zorro area. You can tell that your eyes and your head and everything just starts to, it feels like it's sagging. It's not, but it just starts to feel heavy. So that was basically the main thing. Had a little bit of dizziness sometimes when I would sit down, but it was pretty mild for the most part until I just absolutely needed to take a break. I still think that if I had not known I had been exposed and then gotten tested, I never would have assumed that this is COVID, because the symptoms are just so mild and I'm pregnant. I would have attributed the fatigue to pregnancy, absolutely. Last night and at night in general is when I can really tell that it's not just pregnancy. Even though you get things like cramping and restless leg in pregnancy, I started getting a lot of abdominal pains. Again, that does seem to be a predominant theme, is abdominal pains. I started coughing a lot more last night. Just all over, actually, my body really hurt last night. The Mask of Zorro area that I was talking about definitely started to hurt more. My face started to hurt. That really happens with any cold that I get. My face tends to really hurt in those areas, and I just have this overwhelming urge to do the thing you're not supposed to do when you're sick, which is, just rub from the eyes down to the nose and around the mouth and like that. But I was really sleepy last night. Went to bed no problem at about 11:45. I did have a headache throughout the night that I was just, what really was the kicker was this morning whenever I was washing my hands after I went pee-pee first thing, and I picked up my Dove Beauty Bar, because who doesn't love a good Dove Beauty Bar? And one of my rituals is that before I wash my hands with it, I smell it, because it is heaven. Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing. I smelled none of it. And those bars are like really, really high fragrance. You can definitely smell a Dove Beauty Bar, unless you have COVID. I can't smell a Dove Beauty Bar, and I feel like part of me has been ripped out because of it. So now I'm about to get some coffee, and I figured it's a good time to do a little taste test. Yeah. All right, got my coffee here. This would definitely be something that I would taste. Let's see. I can taste it. It's extremely faint. Like this tastes like very, very bland coffee, and this is not bland coffee. This is very flavorful coffee. Well, this sucks. So I'm making breakfast for everyone right now. I just put a load of laundry on, and I meant to mention, this is something I mentioned to Chad last night, but there will be periods during the day when I am very, very forgetful, like extremely forgetful, more than normal, more than just like pregnancy brain. Like I'm extremely forgetful. And then I kind of oscillate back and forth between being extremely forgetful and then like feeling like I just took an Adderall, which I've never taken an Adderall, but a lot of people say that their mind is like racing, but in a very precise and focused way. They're able to like think at the speed of light with absolute clarity on Adderall. And that is what I feel like. This is the weirdest cognitive sensation I've ever had. And I haven't heard anyone else talk about this, but this definitely is not normal for me. The oscillating between the extreme forgetfulness and then the extreme speed of light thinking and focus. I wouldn't necessarily say that the whole racing thoughts, even though they're precise and focused, is something that I really like, because it feels like something I'm not in control of. It's the weirdest sensation, you guys. Look at this angel entertaining herself. Hi. Hi, Precious. Oh, do you want to push toys? Yeah. There you go. Okay, bye. How's your breakfast, honey? Is it yummy? It's yummy. Good. So I finished breakfast, and Addie is eating some of the eggs and some blueberries. And Tinny wanted cinnamon rolls, so she and Chad are in the kitchen making cinnamon rolls. I got super, super winded and achy while I was up making breakfast, so I finished making it, but now Chad is kind of serving it to everyone. I may have to take a Tylenol because I'm just really achy and uncomfortable, and I can't taste this food at all. I really have no appetite. I haven't had a big appetite at all for the past couple days. You like those? Tater tots? You want that? I don't think I could eat this. I don't think I could eat this. Well, put it back, Pumpkin.
Put back.
She said she wanted it, so.
Why not?
Maybe I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay.
So when I start feeling bad, it comes on really super fast. I can't lay on my back because then I can't breathe because of the baby. And when I'm laying on my side, there's just this immense amount of pressure in my head and in my face. My body literally feels like it's made of bricks. And you guys see, 30 minutes ago I was fine, so it just happens really suddenly. It's my daughter's first birthday today. We've already had her birthday party, but it's the day of her first birthday today, and so I just hope this doesn't last all day. I'm really going to try to tough it out and get up a little bit later once my body settles down. My heart rate was up. It was like 99 or so. But my oxygen was fine. It was about 96. So I'm definitely getting winded from small tasks. And my chest does hurt. Just now, my chest started hurting. I'm trying to talk to all of you, but I'm having a super hard time catching my breath. There's background noise because we have an air filter going in the room. Today is day 14 since exposure. I tested positive day 4 started showing symptoms. Day 3. I lost my smell and taste on day 9. But other than that, up to that point, other than a few mild symptoms, I felt pretty good most of the time. As soon as I lost my taste and smell, things really started to go downhill. After that, it progressively got harder and harder for me to breathe and to keep food down. I've lost a total of 10 pounds. So far. Today is the first that I've been able to really keep anything down. And my smell and taste have started to come back a little bit. Chad took me to the hospital 2 days ago because we have a pulse oximeter and my oxygen levels were staying consistently below 90. They were in the 80s. So I was also finding it really, really difficult to breathe. I would go through periods of time where I was fine, but I would get winded if I moved a lot. So when he took me in, the hospital was full of COVID patients, and I felt like I absolutely could not breathe. There were some people in the waiting room that said they had been waiting for over 12 hours to be seen. The nurse in triage put me at high priority because I was having so much trouble breathing. I couldn't catch my breath at all. While I was at the hospital, they did x-rays on my chest and checked for blood clots. And they said that everything was fine and that the virus seemed to be running its course and my body seemed to be fighting it as well as could be expected. They also tracked the baby for 30 minutes, and baby's doing great. They gave me an inhaler that's not albuterol. It's typically used for, I think, treating COPD, and it's been shown to be really effective in treating COVID symptoms. And I will say the inhaler really, really has made a big difference. It works so much better than the albuterol that I had. Even though I'm really breathless, I am doing a lot better now. The girls are fine. At this point, we've all tested positive. The doctor that I saw said that was to be expected since we all lived in the same house. It's very, very hard to avoid whenever you have really young kids. Girls have a runny nose, a very mild cough. They're still running around playing like nothing's even wrong. I'm starting to get my breath back a little bit. See how it just comes and goes like that? I have my breath back now for a second, which feels really good. But the girls are fine. Chad, I'm noticing, is starting to cough more. His family, they're vaccinated. His mom and aunt are both vaccinated, so they came to help. I'm extremely, extremely thankful that we had people who could help. Please keep us in your thoughts and prayers. So far, everyone else in the family's doing great. Chad, like I said, seems a little weaker than normal today, but he still seems like he's gonna be tolerating this a lot better than I have. Again, I think me being pregnant is just the hardest part. Thank you guys so much. I'll keep you updated as much as I can. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.